Hey everybody, this is Kim Danke coming to you live to teach you how to make a Shibboleth approved KFC original chicken, mock original chicken, KFC style. So I've already kind of got this going. The recipe said to take a pound of chicken and soak it in Kroger Carb Master milk for 30 minutes. And so that's what this is. I've got a pound of chicken in here, and this is covering it is a pound, Kroger Carb Master milk. And that's been soaking in there. Well, now you need to either shake it up in a bag or dredge it in this mixture, which I'm going to make the mixture for you. You can dredge it in that mixture or shake it up in a bag. I'm going to dredge it in the mixture in that pan. Hey Marla, I see you on there. So what I've got going here is I like butternut squash. So I'm making butternut squash as my side. I've been having that butternut squash sitting in the oven just burning up real nice because I like it quite crispy. So that's been in there, and the recipe said to heat up your pan. So I've been heating up this pan here. This is very similar to what a recipe that my husband and I make. So when I started reading it, I actually asked him about it. I said, I don't understand some of these instructions, but maybe it's because they're trying to make it be like KFC, and so maybe that's why it had to be a higher temperature in the oven, and maybe that's why they cooked it so long, because it seemed like a long time. And I'll tell you those things in just a second. Hey Marla, I am making the oven fried KFC, in air quotes, original chicken, Shibboleth approved recipe. So the recipe says, it says to preheat oven to 400. Well, my husband said he would do 375, and said with the large pan inside. So I had that. Soak the chicken breast tenders in Kroger Carb Master milk. You can also use fat-free Fairlife milk if you don't have a Kroger near you, for 20 to 30 minutes. So these have been soaking for 30 minutes now. So while the chicken is soaking, prepare the breading, which I've already got my Carb Quick out. This is the Carb Quick baking mix. It's a cup of that. But I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of this together and make this here with you. So it calls for half a teaspoon of salt. I hope y'all are having a wonderful New Year's Day. Even though I'm having a holiday today, I'm still making this Shibboleth approved meal, because I can have a holiday and still do Shibboleth approved meals. I want to try this thing out. So that was the salt. And then it calls for a full tablespoon of this stuff called Seasonall, and it's Morton Seasonall. I know that's backward to you, but Seasonall. So it asks for a full tablespoon of that. It requires 3/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper. Look at this. This is a Pampered Chef adjustable doodad. And so I'm going to set this at 3/4 of a teaspoon. You like that name, doodad? That's what my grandmother used to call stuff when she didn't know what it was. It was a doodad. Okay, so there's my pepper. I've got my Carb Quick, and it also calls for paprika, 2 teaspoons of paprika. And I'm hoping it's all of these mixtures together that's making that KFC taste. So it also said to take 2 tablespoons of ghee butter and put it in this heated up pan. You're going to want to, oh man, darn, I should have got that out already. See, this shows you Adventures in Cooking with Kim. Not good. I should have already gotten that out. See, this was in the pantry, the fridge. Oh well. My pan is hot, so it will not take long for this ghee butter to melt. And this is exactly what we did. This was what we did before shibboleth. We call it, our recipe at home, my husband makes it, it's called yummy chicken. I'm going to say, hun, hey, can you make that yummy chicken tonight? And he makes the yummy chicken. And we always did it with regular butter, but I'd been asking him to do it with MCT oil, and it was delicious with MCT oil, but now I've gotten some ghee butter at home, so we can use ghee butter for a little while. So we're going to roll this around in here until it melts. I should have had that ghee butter. See, you live and learn. I'm not much of a chef, and y'all know that. So y'all are getting to watch me grow in chefing. So I'm letting this heat up. So I should have gotten that ghee butter out and let it melt up a little bit. But it will continue. And if y'all have any advice for me while I'm doing this, please tell me, because I don't know. So there's my ghee butter. And now I'm going to mix up this mixture here. You know, I made chocolate chip cookies at Christmas time. I used the Nestle Toll House recipe that's on the back of chocolate chips, regular chocolate, Nestle chocolate chips, but I used Carb Quick instead of flour, and I get the most compliments on those cookies. So if y'all are looking to help the cookie out a little bit by having Carb Quick, it still have regular sugar in it and everything because it was a holiday. But okay, so now what I'm going to do, push this over a little bit. Get my little tongs here. I'm going to take this chicken and I'm going to dredge it. It said that you could put it in a bag and shake it all up, but I'm doing this. It said to put it about an inch apart. See, I'm going to try to cook more for shibboleth this year. I've been living off of super easy stuff because you got so many options in shibboleth. But y'all complimented these cooking shows so much that I thought, oh good, I'm glad. This actually makes me want to cook something, being able to do it for you. And I don't like to touch this stuff. That's why I'm using these tongs. I'll eat it fine after it's done. Okay, so now this is ready. Now what I did not understand, and I asked my husband, is we only cook chicken. We like really moist, juicy chicken. So we've done a similar recipe, different seasoning. So maybe it's the seasoning that's making this taste like KFC. But we only cook the chicken maybe a total of 20 minutes, period. 10 on one side, 10 on the other. And at 375. This recipe said 400 degrees, 20 minutes, then cook another 20 minutes. And y'all tell me, is that because they're trying to get this super crispy? Because my husband was just like, well, that's way too much. That's going to be dried out. So maybe the fact that it's soaked in that milk is going to help it not dry out. I don't know. So do y'all know? Hey, Jane. Yeah, Diane. Oh, I read the recipe. I read the recipe so many times, and I talked to my husband about it too because I didn't understand some things on it. But what I didn't do was get that ghee butter out. So, see, recipes need to say stuff like that. Get the ghee butter out of the refrigerator and let it be softening. I need cooking for dummies. Maybe we'll make this. This is me cooking for dummies. Not y'all. Y'all aren't the dummies, me. Yes, I love doodads. Doohickey, that's funny. Yep, doohickey doodads. Okay. Well, anyway, I don't know why it's telling me to cook it for so long. It just seems like it would be too much. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of, because I got all that ghee butter in here, I'm going to roll that around a little bit, show you what this looks like right here. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the oven. I'm going to do my 10 minutes, flip it 10 minutes, and look and see what it looks like first, because I don't want to ruin it and overcook it. Get that centered. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's really good, and I am going to give a shot of the picture, what it looks like in the end after that. Okay, so Elizabeth, it says on here, it says to do 1 pound of chicken breast tenders, and then it says to cook it 400 degrees for 20 minutes, turn chicken over, and bake an additional 20 minutes. So, yeah, Diane says we're putting money on extra crispy. So maybe that's what they're trying to do, is just get these extra crispy. I'm going to start off with my husband's tip of 375, 10 and 10, and then I'll go from there. Because I can make this again in the future, all right? And see if I like it better this way or the way the recipe said it. I hope you've had fun, and I'll post a picture of the finished product in a little bit. Bye, everybody. Happy New Year.